on that field today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We made it. And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house.
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yap. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yap. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We made it. And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
All right, y'all. Game not over. Just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. I had a chance to co-host or to sit in for King Doc on Queen 3 and King podcast last night, and what a show it was. What a show it was. We talked about it. Would you date a bus driver? I had the three queens on there, plus one, Dr. Smith. And it led to some very interesting discussions. I'll just say this. I think women have different standards than men. I posed the question, would you as a woman holler at a young man in the drive-through window of your favorite fast food restaurant? And, you know, they say, yeah. They're like, yeah, I would, especially if it's Chick-fil-A and all that. I'm like, please. But some brothers would. Some brothers would get a number through the drive-thru. So the whole would you date a bus driver thing was fire last night on Queen 3 and King podcast. Go back and check it out. You can watch it on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3. Just download BS3 TV and check out Queen 3 and King podcast, along with all the other great shows. So good to hang out with the queens yet again. And King Doc, thank you for trusting me with your show, man. I don't take that lightly at all. All right, it's Winning Wednesday. Got a lot to talk about. Namely, there are 4 teams that are on the brink of elimination in the NBA playoffs. 4 teams are on the brink of elimination. Check out these names. Number 1, the Golden State Warriors. Number 2, the Boston Celtics. Number 3, the Phoenix Suns. And number 4, the New York Knicks. Those 4 teams are now on the brink of elimination, meaning if the team that they're playing wins, they're out. The LA Lakers can wrap it up tonight. The Miami Heat could wrap it up tonight. Tomorrow, the Philadelphia 76ers and the Denver Nuggets can wrap it up. So, man, I tell you what, that old commercial NBA playoff action is fantastic. Man, that thing is still has life on it because these playoffs have been great. Especially the second round have been great. Who would have thought that the Philadelphia 76ers would be on the brink of eliminating the Boston Celtics? Who would have thought the Milwaukee Bucks would have been gone by now? And, of course, we got to talk about the LA Lakers, 1 win away from eliminating the defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors. I'm telling you, it is something. It is something. I brought up a subject yesterday, got a chance to chop it up with my guy, my brother, Willie Gibson, yesterday. The Klay Thompson effect. Why is Klay Thompson being overlooked when they talk about players who don't step up, who don't show up. Klay Thompson had 9 points on 11 shots in a game that they needed to bring the series even and to regain home court advantage. But yet we're still talking about LeBron. We're still talking about AD. We're still talking about Steph. And we're still talking about Draymond. If you're now telling me that Klay Thompson is now Randy Jackson and not Jermaine, tell me something. Tell me something. If Klay Thompson has become Tito and not Michael, then okay, so here we go. Steph Curry is Michael. I guess Draymond is Jermaine. Then who the heck is Klay? I mean, who is Klay and why is he getting a pass on not showing up in big games? Now, he'll probably go off for 40 tonight. He'll probably be 8 for 10 from 3 and go off for 40 tonight. But don't come back hollering his praises after tonight when you didn't say anything night before last. It's mind-boggling to me. Again, they're supposed to be the Splash Brothers. Well, who are the Splash Brothers? Is it Steph and Draymond? Hell no. It's supposed to be Steph and Klay. So what's going on here? We'll find out tonight. Again, whatever defense the LA Lakers are running on Klay Thompson, they need to keep running it. They need to keep running it. And whatever players that they are trying to isolate him on, keep doing that. Keep doing that. And let's just go ahead and put one more thing to rest in this Golden State series. Steph Curry and defense don't go together. Steph Curry and defense don't go. Now watch this. He gets about as many steals as James Harden does. So are you going to call him a great defender and not call James Harden a great defender? People want to isolate Steph Curry and use him. LeBron James don't mind it, and he don't mind isolating Klay and getting to the rack on him. So Steph and Klay are going to have to win it on the offensive end because they're not going to win it on the defensive end. That's where Draymond makes his money. That's where a big man in the middle makes his money. Kevon Looney makes his money, and then whoever else you put out there. Wiggins is a doggone good defender. I don't care for him as a person, but Wiggins is a doggone good defender and offensive player. You leave him open, he's going to knock it down. He will knock it down, and he will go to the rack with a rebound, second chance shot, slam dunk, you name it. You name it. Let's see. Erica with a K says, look, your offensive folks need to rest on defense. A long time ago, not a long time ago, but a few years back, Daryl Morey and Tillman Fertitta said, we don't want James Harden playing defense. We want James Harden scoring the bucket. And he said that in a press conference. This is not what I heard. I was there. They said they did not want Harden playing any defense. Now, guess what happened to him after that? They got bumped from the playoffs. They got bumped from the play. They had a 3-2 lead on Golden State. Harden wasn't playing no defense. Chris Paul went out. And guess what? They ended up losing that series 4-3. So I say that to say, you got to play some defense. You got to play some defense. Let's go back even further. Now I got to take my first break. Let's go back a little further. Remember when Cleveland was trailing Golden State 3-1? There was one thing that changed. In his own mind, Kyrie Irving realized that there wasn't a doggone person on Golden State's defense that could stop him. Nobody. I'm talking about Steph. I'm talking about Klay. I'm talking about Draymond. I'm talking about anybody that they had Harrison Barnes that year and some other guys. Okay. And guess what happened? LeBron started deferring to Kyrie, and they started letting him cook Steph. And then Golden State tried to switch Klay on Steph. and he started cooking Clay. And baby, let me tell you something. Cleveland came back from a 3-1 deficit and beat the 73-win Golden State Warriors for the chip. I will give credit to Clay because he fixed his defense after that. He became a better defender. Steph, not so much. Not so much. I'll just say, if I'm D'Angelo Russell and I got Steph, I'm taking him. If he switches on anybody else, I'm taking him. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, let me take this first break. I'll just take this first break. I can't believe I'm trying to school a Big 8 all team, all year player, all team player runner up. I'm trying to school her. Man, please, my bad. Let me get off. Let me go take a break. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Anyway, hey, had a great time with this crew last night. Check them out.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central. If you're looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show. BS3 Network proudly presents.
I am Cole Johnson and welcome to
Cole Sports with a Z. Every Friday on Patreon and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets.
When the man said that Sharifa Barksdale is on the verge, she's getting ready to set the world record. And I lost concentration and I followed that hurdle. I was devastated.
Posición game ball de Canadá, dominando la prueba y la estadounidense Sharifa Barksdale está en.
When I fell over that hurdle, it ended my career. And then all of a sudden, my coach grabs me by the throat. And I was going through some paperwork and seeing that he had spent 10 years in prison. And I was just like floored. It turned to domestic violence. I was terrified. So if I left, I don't know if I was going to die. My family didn't know if they was going to get a phone call to say that Sharifa was dead.
Yeah, I sent radio. I said a vehicle took a shot at me. Southbound on East 95th.
Broke the U.S. record in the 400-meter hurdles. Represented the United States of America.
Imagine being on the biggest, fastest roller coaster that you have ever been on. That's the way my life was for 20 years.
I never had no trouble out of her being what she wanted to be. Because if this is what she wanted to be a runner, well, God bless her, and he did.
My name is James Jr., and I won $500 on the lunch money for keeping up with the Jonas Bracket Challenge.
All right, y'all. We're back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. All right, be sure to download BS3 TV from your Roku streaming device, or go to the website bs3network.com. That's bs3network.com. Be sure to check out Queen 3 and King podcast. I don't know why I get that wrong. They call me the Junior King, the Junior King. All right, I like it. All right, so Erica Kenyatta, first of all, much respect. Your offensive superstars have to stay out of foul trouble also. That I believe, but Steph ain't gonna play no defense, and Steph ain't gonna commit no fouls. You like 8 minutes into the fourth quarter, and he picks up his first foul. So he definitely ain't playing no defense. And then whenever he does foul, bruh, have y'all ever committed a foul in y'all's mind? Ever. Andrew Wiggins. And you know how Draymond gets down. I'm glad they finally start teeing him up. I keep telling y'all say what y'all want to say. Draymond's worst enemy is not the refs. It's not LeBron. It's not, the other team. It's him. Draymond is his worst enemy. He is. All right, so here we go. Again, I said there are 4 teams facing elimination. Your thoughts on the team that has the best chance to come back and win. Your thoughts on the team that has the best chance to come back and win out of Golden State, Boston, the New York Knicks, and the Phoenix Suns. Out of those 4 teams, which team has the best chance to come back and win the series? And if you say Golden State, you got to give me another team. You can't just say Golden State and, clearly Golden State. Who has the best chance to come back and win the series? All those teams are down and facing elimination. Heck, Golden State and the Knicks are down 3-1. At least Boston and Phoenix are down 3-2. But which one of those teams do you think has the best chance to come back and win? Keith Hennig said the Suns. Keith Hennig says the Phoenix Suns. It's going to take some work, because let me tell you who did not look good last night. Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant did not look good last night. When I tell you, he had the hole when he was driving. I think they had just had a steal, and he was driving, trying to make something happen, and tripped over. They said he tripped over a defender's foot, but it looked like he just got his feet all tied up. Was missing free throws. Was turning the ball over. He had a little series where he turned the ball over like 2 times, plus missed like 3 shots. KG, I'm ready to take him out of my superstar. Right now I got LeBron, I got him, and I got Giannis. And right now the 2 that are looking real iffy are Giannis and KD. LeBron's still in there. 88 years old, LeBron is still in there. All right, let's see. Phoenix, according to WTG Sports. What's up? Y'all doing all right? That's 2 for the Suns. Donna says, it's kicking me offline. I ain't do it. And we still have some storms in the area, so it might be me. Keith Hennig said it is KD will be fine. And Erica with a K says Suns or Knicks. I don't think the Knicks have it in them. I really don't. I really think that they were playing over their head to get that number. What they get, the number 4 spot? I think they were playing over their heads to get that, and I think now it's starting to show up. It's starting to show up. I really do. I think that they are against a much better team with the Miami Heat, and I'll be surprised if Miami don't close them out. Keith Hennig said KD had a bad game. No big deal. He'll be fine. He needs to be better than fine. Him and Booker need to go off for about 40 each. 40 and 37, 40 and 39. They need to go off for about 40 each. They are legitimately missing Chris Paul. You see how hard it is to replace a true point guard. People can play this position, but not many people are the position. Chris Paul is a true point guard, and they miss him terribly. So most of y'all saying Phoenix. I'm surprised y'all not saying Boston. That's the name I thought I would hear more than, of course, not as much as Golden State, but the second name I expected to hear was Boston. What's the deal? Why are y'all not believing in Boston? Why are y'all not believing in Boston? I mean, again, the two surprises for me, big surprises, are Golden State and Boston. You know, not so much the Knicks and not so much Phoenix without Chris Paul. I think Phoenix with Chris Paul, this goes 7 games. Phoenix without Chris Paul, this might be over, tomorrow night. Can you imagine that? A Lakers and Denver Western Conference Finals. Woo, man. You know what? I just figured out who WTG is. What's up, bro? What's up? Yeah. I think you're right. The song said back then they didn't want me. Now all of a sudden they all up on me or something to that effect. It ain't the same with Joe Mazzulla. They loved him back then, but it's playoff time. And his playoff coaching and adjustments have been suspect. Doc Rivers is not getting credit for the coaching job that he's doing. Doc is coaching his butt off. Doc has coached them through being without. Got kicked off. I just got kicked off. Y'all still there? Y'all still there? Sorry about that. I don't know what's happening again. We got real shaky weather happening here. So, in fact, I got 2 bars. So if y'all can hear me, if y'all can see me and I'm not breaking up, that's what's going on. Keith Hennick said Boston isn't quite there. Boston is not quite there. Erica with a K says, I'm just here. I'm just trying to get free gear. LOL. Go book Mizzou connections. Yeah, if you don't get off of here. Almad said, why is the NBA using the Euro step? That's a walk all day. I'm not mad on the Euro steps. And in fact, they called traveling on LeBron a couple of nights ago. And it was like, at another time, that would be like, oh, that's a Euro. What's up, Al High? What's going on? I see you, WTG. I see you, bro. Good talking to you last night, man. Josh Kroenke, GM at the Nuggets, played at Mizzou. You know what? Let me take my final break. I'll be back. Erica K with those Mizzou stuffs. Anyway, let me hit this. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch.
There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. 4 men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Doc, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
Live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure. What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Mr. AJ, oh my God, thank you. This is Miss Pearl, and I won $500 cash in the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Mr. AJ, thank you.
All right, y'all. Back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. Big shout out to Miss Pearl. Y'all keep her in prayer. She's really been through some things with the storms that have gone through Mississippi, and just life. Keep her in prayer. I believe she's going to be participating in the lunch break weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge again. I was just thinking about her earlier today when I was thinking that she was very shy about doing the recording. And then the recording that she sent in, her voice was a little weak and she had big, long pauses in between. And Kev, the producer, really edited that. He took out the pauses. He speeded up her voice a little bit. He kind of put some kind of reverb or something on it. And that's what we got. And even she was like, "Is that me?" I'm like, "Miss Pearl, yeah, that's you. That's what we're going to start running." And she was like, "Thank y'all." She was just so happy. She's just so happy to be a part of this. So, for some, it's a chance to win $500. It's for others, it's a chance to connect and hear their name called on the TV and stuff like that. So, to all the Miss Pearls out there, Al High, Erica with a K, Keith Hennick, All Mad, all of y'all who participate in the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, it really means a lot to people for that camaraderie right there. I'm so glad you tuned in, y'all. Excuse me, I know I can't sing, but happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, CJ. Happy birthday, girl. Happy birthday to you. CJ is another one. If CJ would start on time with the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. She usually waits about 2 weeks. She usually doesn't participate in the first week or the second week, but then she will participate from week 3 all the way through week 18. Baby, she would always be in the top 6. I don't know who picks for her. I don't know if she picks for herself, but this lady right here, let me tell you something. She is special to me. So CJ, let's get ready. It's going to be in September. First week of the season, that'll be week 1. So start looking at your rookie training camps. Start looking at your free agents and all that. Start checking out preseason and training camp and all that. And let's get ready to go. September is when it will get started. You'll get a chance to win $50 each week for 18 weeks. And she's like, "I pick." Okay. Look, nothing but respect over here. Nothing but respect for you. So anyway, and then you get a chance to win $50 each week all the way through week 18. If you're in the top 6, you'll get a chance to compete for $500 cash. Last season, we had 4 women in the top 6, and then we had Emmanuel and Al High, and it was Miss Pearl that came out on top. So again, happy birthday to you, CJ. We love you. We love you. We love you. Okay, now listen. Before I go, I got to talk about the Astros. What a matchup last night. The Astros sent Framber Valdez to the mound, and the Angels sent Shohei Ohtani to the mound, and it was Framber Valdez that outpitched him. 8 strong innings, only gave up 3 hits, 1 run, and struck out 12 as the Astros ended their 3-game losing streak. Great job for the Astros. Great job for the lineup. And again, we'll see if they can get some of their injured players back in there. Still waiting on Brantley, still waiting on Altuve. McCormick is back. Maldonado is back. So, the pitching staff, they definitely got to get some of those guys back. But again, great job on the pitching. All right. Rookie minicamp starts for the Texans on Friday and Saturday. I'll see about getting, some updates on CJ Stroud, on Will Anderson Jr., on Tank, on all the rookies that they just drafted, see what they look like out there. You know who needs to have his behind at rookie minicamp, even though he is not a rookie? Davis Mills. He has been inexplicably quiet. And I'm telling you now, if Davis Mills is running around with hurt feelings because the Texans took CJ Stroud in the first round of this past draft, they need to get rid of his behind. They need to get his butt out of there. You don't need a sucky, sulking, mediocre player running around tainting your locker room and secretly hating on somebody who's trying to lead your team to victory. And I'm saying it, and I hope somebody makes this clip and sends it over to Davis Mills. If you're running around sulking and in your feelings because they drafted CJ Stroud, they need to trade your butt out of here. They need to get your behind out of here and just go with Case Keenum and somebody else. Hell, get one of them XFL quarterbacks. Get AJ McCarron. Get somebody. but they don't need Davis Mills running around here sulking. Send his butt to Tampa. They need some quarterbacks down there in Tampa. So, yeah, man. Yeah. I said that earlier today, Keith, and I'm going to go on this note. I said on one of the earlier sports shows that I do updates for, they were saying, oh, yeah, the Texans are going to make the playoffs. I said, no, that's way too much to expect of DeMeco Ryans year one with a very young team now. But if they win 7 or 8 games, we need to be dancing in the streets. We need to be dancing in the streets. First of all, 7 or 8 wins will put them in the top 3 in the division. They might be second. They might be third. Hey, 8 and 9 might win the dang on thing. But playoffs? We talking about playoffs? No, I'd be happy if they win 8 or 9 games. That would be a huge success for DeMeco Ryan. So on that note, check out basketball tonight. Again, will the New York Knicks get eliminated? Will the Golden State Warriors get eliminated? Or will it be tomorrow night for the Boston Celtics and the Phoenix Suns? We'll see. Got some interesting matchups, got some interesting opportunities on conference finals. We'll see. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Except tune in tomorrow for the Houston Round Ball Review Takeover right here on the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. Bless y'all.
My name is JM&E, and I won $500 on the Lunch Break for keeping up with the Jonas Bracket Challenge.
Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Wednesday. We've made it over the hump. It's May 10th, 2023. Number 1. By unanimous vote, a New York jury in the civil rape and defamation trial against Donald Trump determined the former president of the United States is liable for the sexual abuse, not rape as alleged, as well as the defamation of writer E. Jean Carroll. Carroll, who did not ask for a specific amount in damages, was awarded nearly $5 million in compensatory and punitive damages. Following the reading of the jury verdict, Donald Trump posted on his social media site, "I have absolutely no idea who this woman is. This verdict is a disgrace." Number 2, more than 2/5 of baby boomers are nearing retirement with no retirement savings. To make ends meet, more Americans are working into their 70s. The share of people older than 75 in the labor force is projected to reach 11% in 2026. That's up from 5% in 1996. Retirees might consider postponing Social Security benefits. You can claim them at age 62, but the monthly check almost doubles if you wait until age 70, that according to federal analysis. Number 3, researchers claim that the lack of sleep may increase your waistline. A small study revealed that people who don't get enough shut-eye tend to eat more. Hey, now this research may not apply to our local insomniacs. Yeah, you're talking to me. It's more so for individuals whose lifestyles prevent them from getting adequate sleep. Number 4, the city of Chicago now has the most LGBTQ identifying officials out of any city council in the United States. That according to the LGBTQ+ Victory Fund, a political action committee dedicated to helping elect LGBTQ identifying candidates. 1/5 of the Chicago City Council identifies as either lesbian, gay, or bisexual, with the number of openly LGBTQ identifying older people in Chicago growing from 7 to 9. The 4 new faces, Lamont Robinson of the 4th Ward, Jesse Fuentes of the 26th, Bennett Lawson of the 44th, and Lino Mana Hoppenworth of the 48th Ward, are all part of the LGBTWW caucus and will be sworn in May 15th. Number 5. Emery Williams has been missing from Marietta, Georgia since April 27th. The 14-year-old, also known as EJ, was last seen at her residence in Marietta. Anyone with information about Emery's disappearance, please go to the Black and Missing Foundation website. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. A healthy mental state contributes to the overall goodness of the universe. Inhale a positive mental state. Exhale toxicity. Whew. Almost there. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with Stephen Hill, comedian extraordinaire, Myra J., and LGBTQ activist Quinn Townsend Riley as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, the American Heart Association and Black Health Matters. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.